You know, we get so much rejection that we want to do something to just be appreciated, be accepted, you know, and with the LGBT, they have so much of a large backing and support that, you know, people are like, you know, well, let me just join this community.
Well, with them, and this is my personal opinion, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of different files to back it up, and I have been looking for it too. But dealing with the whole LGBT thing, homosexuality or alternate living, as what they want to call it, whatever the case may be, that's what you call, that fits in the whole dynamic of that whole civil rights era.
Right.
Because civil rights was all basically about me liking you or somebody being able to like you.
Right.
Dealing with our fight, you know what I'm saying? This Black Power fight, Black National fight. It's a human fight. It's a human right fight. Being a, you know what I'm saying? Being respected and acknowledged as a human freaking being. They got files, paper, documented that we are not human. You know what I'm saying? We're not fully human. Exactly.
Right.
So my whole thing is this, getting back to this, these different type of people, whatever, because it's just not him. By all means, there's many different people out there. Like I can name another name. Pretty sure if you heard of Cleo Manago or Mangano or something like that, whatever. Okay. He's another one. So when it becomes, like I said, dealing with imagery, because warfare and imagery go hand in hand. What is your opposition going to look at? What are you looking at when you see your opposition? Is it something that's going to be a force to be reckoned with, or is it something that you can see you can just walk the hell over? So when we have these different loud mouths, that's what I'm gonna call them, for the lack of a better word, whatever. Because at the end of the day, yeah, you saying quote unquote the right words, the right speech, the right rhetoric, whatever. Black power this, get rid of the police, etc., etc. That's all good. I hear you. But again, when we have our opposition looking at us, they're saying that's their representation. That's their a soft, effeminate. That's their male representation. That's their defense. And then we have our sisters supporting and backing that. It gives it an illusion. You understand?
The science is, even though you're gay, you're still black.
Right. And that's what we hear a lot of people saying.
You still gonna get harassed
by
police.
The thing. But here's my thing though. Because we hear a lot of people saying that too. Well, they're still black, they're still black. You're absolutely right. But at the end of the day, again, we gotta think military. You know what I'm saying? We gotta put ourselves in a military mind state sometimes.
They're not strong black, they're weak black.
Exactly. So there's not no real threat right there. So of course you're gonna just be taking, it's just another brother, quote unquote, another black man, whatever. So you're not gonna get that full force against you, whatever, like as a quote unquote a regular straight male would. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's an illusion, if you ask my opinion.
The thing is, even though they're gay, they're still going to be oppressed because they're black. You are going to be oppressed as long as you look like a black man or a black woman. So you could be gay, you could be a dyke, you could be anything. As long as you are black, you're going to get it. So, you know, it don't matter if you're gay. You're going to get harassed. You're going to get, if you're a sister and you act like a man, if you're a brother, you act like a woman, as long as you black, they're going to keep following you around in them stores. They're going to keep saying that you thinking you don't have the money to pay for something and treat you as if you're going to steal something. You know, so they're trying to fight this oppression, and they were undermining. Some of them maybe thought that if I do gay, I won't be harassed. But you can't erase being black. So you're going to be harassed. So you might as well not be gay and just deal with the black movement.
Right. But my ultimate question nonetheless is pretty much, would you want this, what I showed you a minute ago, as a representation saying, I'm repping for you. I'm holding it down for Sister Kathy though. Again, thinking in a military type mind frame or whatever. Thinking about imagery and all this stuff.
I think he was dancing too much. It's not a dance, it's serious. You know, we being oppressed, we being lynched, we being killed. So he was more like dancing, like it was a parade, like the New Orleans Festival or something.
Okay.
You know, we struggling. We need housing, we need jobs, we need financial support. You know, it's not a parade. You know, we going through a lot of changes, you know?
I mean, my thing is, and this is my personal opinion, after this I'm gonna rock up out of here because I got some other things to do. But my personal opinion, again, I'm going to agree with you as far as a black man, regardless what I'll give you that, because at the end of the day, these are our brothers and sisters out here. We all are affected some way in the mind, you know what I mean, all out here. So we all struggling some way, some form of fashion. So I give you that. I'm gonna agree with you on that one. But again, me personally, I feel if you want to contribute do what you do. If you want to add something to the table or whatever as far as our investment is concerned, do what you do. But I personally just wouldn't have you to be my representation. You understand? Because at the end of the day, I don't want what people think about this whole Black Power thing. When people think about our fight forward, I don't want it to be taken as a joke. I don't want it to be taken lightly. You understand? I want it to be, when they see it, when they hear it, I want them to say, yeah, they're serious. I can tell. I hear it. I feel it. It's all around. It's no type of jokes, no type of compromise. Because let's keep it 100. Homosexuality and feminization, those are tactics and tricks of white supremacy. So having that as a representation, you're having a fragment of white supremacy as a representation for Black Power. That's an oxymoron, in my opinion. You understand?
You know, I mean, the thing is with them, they really have to be more strategic. Because really, you're not even supposed to see our war. You know, you're not really supposed to see our protests. Everything is supposed to be more subtle. Okay. You know, if anything, we're supposed to be taking over businesses. We're supposed to be taking over housing, enterprise, you know, different markets in the economy. We're supposed to be having, like, just like the Koreans got the hair with the weave, they got that. I mean, you gay pride, but you still getting your hair from the Koreans. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, monopolize that industry, you know? We have to be more strategic. It's not just about singing and dancing and waving banners. We have to, if you're going to be in the Black Power movement, make moves so we can be more empowered. You know, have employment opportunities, have businesses, have housing, have groups that we can, you know, benefit from. You know, like the Chinese, if you go to Chinatown. If I was Chinese and I go to Chinatown, I know I could get a job. You know, because I could go to any one of those businesses and just say Buddha, whatever, and I'm working. You know, whereas we're in the Black community. Can I go to the gay community and they give me a job right now? No, because I'm not gay. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, do I have to be gay to get a job? Do you have businesses that you own? You know what I'm saying? So you waving a banner, but what are you producing? What are you providing? We have to be able to employ our people. We have to be able to house our people. We have to be able to have supportive services for our people. You know, we can't just wave banners and go to marches, you know. Mm-hmm. We have to have something strategic. You know, I mean, after you get through dancing on the staircase, hey, how you doing?
Black Power, bro.
After you get through dancing on the staircase and waving banners, I mean, is that a Black college that you're in? Is it a white college? Is it just a Black conscious group of the white college? Mm-hmm. You know, so it's like, you know, we have to be more strategic. And everything doesn't have to be out in the open. We can be more subtle. The Chinese are very subtle. They're taking over half of America. And don't nobody even know.
Taking over Africa, too.
They got businesses in Africa. They got oil mines. They taking over Haiti. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody doing their thing and we don't even hear about it. But we waving banners all over the place. You know, and we don't have nothing. If the Black gay community was really powerful, they would be taking over businesses, you know, buildings, you know, employing us, be like, look, you know, because I mean, if a brother's gay and he owned the Chrysler building, you know what I'm saying, I get a job there because I know I'd be hired because I'm Black. But what do you own? You know what I'm saying? What jobs are you providing, you know? Being gay, if that's a community that's empowering its people, is it? You know, I mean, are you just being gay for fun or, you know, what is the liaison? What is the benefit? You know, it can't just be, you know, this is my new lifestyle and, you know, what are you getting out of it? I mean, that's why I go into why do Black people become gay? It's deep. You know, because we wasn't born and raised like that. So there's got to be a reason.
At the end of the day, once we come to the recognition that this whole thing is all, at the end of the day, it's a genocidal tactic. But when we do it to ourselves on mass levels, it then becomes suicide. Once we stop the suicide, then we can, you know, thrive and prosper on and do what we got to do. Because at the end of the day, we have to face the final fact. And after this, I'm out of here. We have to face the fact that homosexuality equates to death. It does not equate to life. So at the end of the day, again, Going back to the imagery, going back to representation, in my opinion, I just don't think we can't have a representation of a deaf lifestyle, if that makes sense to you.
Right.
Representing something that we're trying to have as a lifestyle, as living and thriving. Because at the end of the day, black people, African people, we all thrive off of life. For example, when you hold that unk up, that's life. You're holding up life, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we just have to have representations, whether visually and audially, you know what I mean, that go hand in hand with what we're trying to do. We can't counteract ourselves, because at the end of the day, we look like hypocrites. You know what I mean?
I mean, if I could say one more thing, when I notice with the homosexuality, it's not so much the LGBT community. It's going on in the entire black community, because there is an essence in the movies and in the music that is breaking up the black family. You know, like the men hate the women, the women hate the men. It's in the movies, it's in the music. She's a B, he's, you know, I'm just hanging with my boys, you know, and forget that bitch, and you know, and I'm like, so if the girls are just hanging with the girls and I'm going out with my girls,
It's subconscious.
It's subconscious.
Yeah,
So
right.
it's a subconscious to make you just hang with that one group. So then eventually what comes out of just hanging with that one group? Then you're going to start to cohabit with romanticizing, and then that's starting that gay thing too. You know, so I'm telling you, it's deep. It's deep.
Sister Kathy, you already know it's always a pleasure. I appreciate it. Once again, man, she's right here on 160th in Jamaica. Come through, check her out. Once again, this is her stand. She got what you're looking for. Holla at her, tell her Nguvo sent you. But in the meantime, between time, do keep it locked, keep it G. This is once again RANM RBG TV. Uncle Jobson Apple, 2 up on Black Power. Always remember that black love is a cure for the black nation, so let's get it. Think smart, think smart. Let's go. So there you have it, family. A little bit of street building, a little bit of groundwork, chopping it up with a good sister of mine, Sister Kathy. Once again, big up yourself. She presented her opinions, her stance on the whole thing, you know what I mean, what came to her mind. That's her answer, and that's what it is. For those who know me, I reiterated my stance while we was out there, and if you don't know my stance, all you got to do is take a scroll down the channel. You already know this is RANM RBG TV, and we keep it G. Check out a few builds, man. Perpetrators of the Slow Death, check that one out. The Fight of the Black Man Today, check that one out. There's a couple things, man. At the end of the day, we gotta realize what's what, realize who's who, so we can go accordingly. We can plan accordingly, act accordingly. Because if we just run around here with a blind eye, run around here naive, we'll get, you know what I'm saying, swept up in all types of bullshit, and we won't be able to recognize it. So with that being said, we always got to remember, like I said when we was outside, man, imagery is a big part of warfare. What does your warlike stance look like? You understand? What's your warlike stance? Or, nonetheless, you get what I'm saying, family. The way you're viewed, the way is the way you're gonna be perceived, nonetheless. Perception is everything. So why not put forth the best effort, the best visual representation, the best verbal representation, etc., 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 by way of people and their own personal examples. I'm a reflection of you, you're a reflection of me. Once we get that understood, we can make things happen. It's not hard, family. Thinking ain't illegal, living black ain't wrong. But at the end of the day, when it comes to living black, what is the level of living of our blackness? You understand? Let's think about that from time to time, man. But in the meantime, between time, you walk with me the way I walk with you. Uncle Jobson Apple, 2 up on Black Power, family. Always remember that black love is the cure for the black nation. So let's get it. Thank you for walking with me on this episode of RANM RBG TV, man. Once again, a little bit of street building, man. Stay tuned to the next one. Alright? Peace, love, and black power. Always remember that black love is the cure for the black nation, so let's get it.